The first night I saw him, he was standing under the only working streetlight on my block, smiling at me like he'd been waiting. It was just after midnight, the quiet hour when even the stray dogs had given up barking. I remember tightening my grip on my phone and slowing my steps. He didn't wave, didn't speak, just stood there, hands at his sides, head slightly tilted, smile stretched too wide to be friendly. I crossed the street to avoid him. He didn't react. As I passed, the streetlight flickered, and for half a second his face looked blurred, like my eyes couldn't quite focus on where his features should be. When I glanced back, he was gone. I told myself it was exhaustion, a trick of the dark. The second night, he was there again. Same streetlight, same smile. This time, I stopped walking altogether. My skin prickled, that deep instinctive warning you get when something isn't right. I cleared my throat and said, "Can I help you?" He didn't blink. I walked faster. When I reached my apartment, I checked my reflection in the hallway mirror. My face looked pale, eyes too bright. I laughed shakily and locked the door. By the fourth night, he was closer. Not under the streetlight anymore, just beyond it. Half lit, watching. I started changing routes, taking longer paths home. It didn't matter. Every night he appeared somewhere along the way, always smiling, always silent, always a little nearer than before. I noticed things then, how his shoes never scuffed the pavement, how his chest never rose with breath, how the air around him felt colder, heavier. On the seventh night, he was standing across from my building. I stood frozen on the sidewalk, my heart pounding so hard it hurt. "What do you want?" I whispered. For the first time, his smile widened. I ran. I don't remember unlocking my door, only slamming it shut and sliding down against it, shaking. I didn't sleep. I waited for dawn like it was a lifeline. The next evening, I stayed inside. I turned off the lights. I told myself I was safe. At 12:07 a.m., my phone buzzed. A notification from my apartment's security app. Motion detected. The camera feed opened automatically. I saw myself standing under the streetlight across the road, perfectly still, smiling up at the camera. Behind that version of me, something stood in the darkness, close enough to rest its chin on my shoulder. And in my apartment, someone knocked gently on the door, already knowing I was home. The first night I saw him, he was standing under the only working streetlight on my block,